Hello everyone and welcome back to a year in the TikTok of Jaebae. So you may notice that my videos are slowing and that I'm to a every 2 weeks situation now. It wasn't intentional to switch it this early, but I've had some medical stuff. I have a series of tests that I have to do. Not life-threatening, I'm fine. Um, but there's been some stress. So it looks like we're switching to a bi-weekly post early. Not only that, but I just have other things that is drawing my attention at this point. But I don't want to give this up completely, so I'm gonna keep posting every 2 weeks. It might drop to once a month. I don't know. We'll see how this continues on. But for today, we are here and we are looking at Jaebae's content. This was the video we left off on the last time, so we are going to go ahead and continue on now. Okay, so this just looks like an ad and yeah, the sound isn't available, so it's not even worth it. We're just going to keep going.
Are you ready for a total vibe? Because Let's Go Mini Golf in Kennewick, Washington is the spot for fun.
So the caption on the video says 15 million views, 20 plus brands, new agency, travel collabs, and major press. This month has been a win. Operation Fat Liberation just started. Huh. Interesting. I find the travel thing interesting when she was like begging for money not too long ago. Like I understand if this is part of a brand deal or something, but when you put it as like part of your win for the month, it's just like okay, I don't know. I don't know. There's something about that rubs me the wrong way because even even if they pay for hotel stay and air travel, you're still spending extra money when you were already begging for money from people because you couldn't like keep doing this on your own or whatever. And it's just one of those things where it's like you're not making yourself very sympathetic or making yourself seem like someone I personally would want to donate to. I don't know. We'll keep going. I don't think anything else is gonna happen in the last 4 seconds. We're just gonna move on.
This journey begins on the road with a mission, Operation Fat Liberation. We're heading to Portland, Oregon, the heart of a revolution that's reclaiming space for fat bodies everywhere. And just as the sun sets, we arrive, ready to spark change and find fat community. My first stop, a permanent reminder of this mission, a fat liberation tattoo created by a fat tattoo artist.
Are you fucking kidding me? Tattoos are fucking expensive. You were just asking for money at like not too long ago, weren't you? You gotta fucking be kidding me. Yeah, it's an Operation Use Money made by GoFundMe. No shit. Like here's the thing. If you're really struggling and you need to use a GoFundMe in the hopes of keeping your head above water, like I get it. To use money, even if she's not using the money specifically that she got from the GoFundMe, the fact that she has the money to expend on a tattoo, because like a tattoo isn't cheap. I think at minimum, aren't they like $400? And that's like for a small one. That one looks fairly large. My guess is that's considerably more expensive. I am in awe over a $100 class series on growing your own groceries through my local state college for it's like for the public, but it's like $130 with tax and fees. And I'm eyeing it. It hasn't started yet. I have plenty of time to pay for it, but like I'm like, should it come out of this month's paycheck or next month's paycheck, or should I like how should I put factor this into my budget? And you're going out with money that you had just been asking for GoFundMe money and you're going out and getting a fucking tattoo? Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
who understands the power of reclaiming our bodies. We stayed at a hotel that wasn't just accessible, it was welcoming, inclusive, and a rare space where we felt seen. Portland, Oregon is home to trailblazers redefining inclusivity. From a resale shop offering plus-size clothing to an inclusive gym where all bodies belong, to a fat-positive salon where self-care takes center stage, this city is leading by example. Every experience I had in Portland shattered the myths society tells about fat people. I found clothes in my size, enjoyed immersive
Holy shit, this is like a full-on spree, and I wouldn't fault her for like buying a couple of tops or pieces articles of clothing because when you can shop and like I get that. I get that, but like she's going to experience after experience after experience. I highly doubt that this doesn't seem like something that was sponsored at all. Oh, it does say paid partnership. So maybe some of it was paid for. I have a hard time believing though that the salon visit and the tattoo was paid for though. That doesn't seem right.
art, and worked out in spaces that didn't shame my body but celebrated it. This trip wasn't just about discovery, it was about action. At the Portland airport, I protested for the fair treatment of fat travelers, with others joining me in solidarity. I connected with other incredible fat entrepreneurs and community leaders, brainstorming ways to amplify this movement. Moments of joy reminding me what this is all about, creating a world where we can simply exist, thrive, and enjoy life without judgment. This journey was more than a trip. It was a celebration of fat liberation, a testament to the power of community, and a reminder that everybody deserves to feel at home in this world. Portland, Oregon, you've shown us the way forward. This is just the beginning because fat liberation is for everybody. This journey
Honestly, like I guess I'm glad that you had a good time. I highly suspect that you wasted money. And this whole thing, I don't know, opinions. I want opinions on not only this trip that she took and all the implications that go with it, but just on the concept of this like fat liberation space where the entire space is dedicated to fat people, fat salons, fat inclusive gyms, fat inclusive hotels, all of that. I'm just kind of curious. I'm having a hard time forming an opinion on that because I am far more distracted by I'm like this looks so expensive. I have a very hard time believing that any paid partnership that she got really sponsored everything that she did. Like, this is not a no cost to me sort of trip. When she was just begging on a GoFundMe. There's something about that feels so morally unethical to me.
This is more than just a tattoo. It's a symbol of my commitment to fighting for equality and justice for all fat people, a permanent reminder of why I'll never stop advocating for us. When I dreamt up the concept of a fat liberation tattoo, I knew I needed an artist who not only tattooed fat bodies, but shared my passion for this fight. That's when I found Lindsay, known as Lindsay Dreadfuls on Instagram, a fierce, beautiful, and talented fat tattoo artist. Her shop, Rain and Force Tattoo, is a haven for inclusivity and fat liberation, a space where fat people are celebrated. It's perfect. From the moment I walked into her studio, I knew Lindsay was the perfect person to bring this vision to life. She took my concept and made it her own, creating something even more meaningful than I could have ever imagined. The design is deeply symbolic. At its heart is a super fat body representing infinifats, the largest and most marginalized people on the fat spectrum. Because when I fight for equality, I think about what people my size and larger need. If we address the needs of the most marginalized, we create a world that benefits all fat people. The scales of justice remind us of the need for equality for everybody, no matter its size, to be treated with dignity and respect. And the foliage, it symbolizes growth, like a plant breaking through concrete. I've grown through pain to become a relentless advocate for body justice, for fat justice. This tattoo isn't just art. It's a symbol of the body justice movement and a tribute to my fight for the Fat Equality Bill of Rights and the Fat Accessibility Act. It's a love letter to the fat liberation movement, to the community I'm proud to fight for, and to the strength that we all hold. This is
Okay, so this is noted as a paid partnership, so this might have been her, like, and I'm sorry to have such an uncharitable view on this, but you don't get this sort of shit for free unless, like, JB's not big enough to me to be able to be offered these things. So I feel like she probably went influencer begging, like when they approach hotels and stuff for a collaboration or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion about the tattoo. I personally don't find it very dynamic, but it's not my tattoo and everyone has different tastes, so I that's neither here nor there. Uh but I don't know. Tattoos are expensive. That was a lot of line work, and I get the feeling that the poor tattoo artist probably did not get her money's worth out of this promotion.
Today I'm headed to All Body Strong to do a boxing class, and I am so freaking excited. I cannot wait to take you along with me. I cannot wait to see how this experience goes. As a fat ambulatory wheelchair user, I have not felt comfortable in a gym space in a long time. I'm taking you along with me, and I'll let you know how it goes after I'm done. Welcome to All Body Strong, the first fat-owned and operated gym in the Pacific Northwest, designed to be inclusive for all bodies. This gym was thoughtfully created with fat liberation at its core. From high-capacity equipment to inclusive seating, every detail ensures accessibility and comfort for everybody, no matter their body size or mobility needs. The space itself is awesome, welcoming, accessible, and filled with thoughtful touches like body-positive artwork and even a bidet in the bathroom. This right here is Coach Chris. She's helping me get wrapped up for our boxing class. She's a great coach and so much fun to be around. She made sure Jake and I had the best time. I got to experience the boxing class and I did it seated. This was my first ever seated workout, led by Coach Chris of Fat Fist of Fury. And let me tell you, it was empowering. For the first time ever, I worked out in a space that not only accepted me, but celebrated me. And doing the class seated, game changing. This was the first time I've ever enjoyed a workout class, and it's because I felt seen, supported, and celebrated every step of the way. It was fun, it was liberating, and it reminded me that fitness can be for everybody. All Body Strong reminds us that everybody can work out. Coach Chris and the entire team are incredible at adapting workouts to keep everybody safe and included. Christina and Will, the owners of All Body Strong, have truly built something special here. This gym is more than a place to work out. It's a community rooted in fat liberation and inclusion. All right, guys, I just finished the boxing session at All Body Strong. That was the most powerful I have ever felt as a fat person doing activity. I am probably going to cry about it at some point, but right now I have so much more fat liberation celebration to do in the city of Portland. You have to go to All Body Strong. Honestly, that was a life-changing experience for me. As a fat person, I've never felt welcome in a gym setting, let alone celebrated. And what just happened, me and my partner had the best time. That is the most physical activity I've done in so long, and I feel so good and so strong. I cannot thank Coach Chris of All Body Strong. I cannot thank Christina of All Body Strong or Will of All Body Strong enough, because that experience was truly, truly life-changing. So
Okay. We're gonna end this part here, but I just have a couple of different things. One, she talks about, it's all by inclusive, and so they only like stock the machines with high weight capacity. Notice that there wasn't much there. And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I don't mind like a small community gym. I understand how the community aspect is built up far more than something like Planet Fitness. Like I totally get that. I'm not knocking the smallness of the gym. I'm just saying that when you focus on only getting high capacity equipment, you can afford a lot less, and that was kind of emblematic within the space. Two, she talks about how she just finished at her boxing session, and even looking at her in the boxing session, I don't have a problem with her being seated. Some people do here in the comments. I didn't think it was. I think the modifications that allow you to participate in an exercise are not a bad thing. I don't care if it doesn't follow the like purity of the sport or whatever that some people have in their minds of it has to be this certain way. I have no problem with accommodations for activities if it gets the person to engage. That's fine. Genuinely don't have an issue with that. Something that I did notice though is that she didn't seem to be, for someone her size to be doing that, she didn't seem to be sweating or breathing heavy. And granted, I mean, it was sped up, so maybe I just missed it. But even here, she doesn't seem like she just finished a workout. I've seen people that go to the gym and then they stop and they sit in their car and they talk some and then they look like they've had a workout. Their hair doesn't look as nice. They're sometimes a little red in the face because they were exercising. Sometimes they're even a little out of breath. Maybe there was more time between when she stopped and when she started filming than she let on. But just in general, from the clips that we saw, it didn't seem like she was putting enough effort in to reach a level of activity that is like cardio significant. I want to say like cardiographical, cardiological, something like something cardiological. I think would be it. Cardiologically significant, meaning that her heart rate didn't seem to me like it had, and for someone her size to not like get not to be seen like as out of breath or anything. She it just doesn't feel like she probably put in a whole lot of effort. Maybe I'm completely wrong. The clips could be misleading. Maybe I'm reading into something that more than I need to. It's just what came across to me of you don't really seem like you're working that hard. I don't have a problem if you're seated. I don't have a problem for any number of modifications that need to happen for you to engage in the sport, but put some effort into it, you know? And then this whole thing about um I understand like when she's like I've never felt so welcomed in a gym space. You're not in general going to feel welcomed anywhere. It doesn't mean that you aren't. It just means that I mean, I'll admit the type of creating a welcoming space and warm staff and stuff, it's kind of faded out of our culture some. Especially in a utilitarian place like a gym, you're not necessarily going to get it. It doesn't mean you're not welcome. But if that's important to you and you felt welcomed at the gym, that's fine. The celebrated aspect of it, saying I felt celebrated. Why the fuck do you need to feel celebrated at a gym? Genuinely. Genuinely. I don't know of anyone that feels celebrated at a gym. Sure, sometimes you feel celebrated in your small group at the gym, but that's more about the group. That's not about the gym itself. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's weird to me when someone's like, I want to be celebrated. I want to feel celebrated in this space that I'm there for the first time. Like that it's I don't know. I don't know. Like I understand wanting to feel celebrated after an accomplishment within a community. But when you're first coming in and you want to feel like your body is celeb I just it seems weird to me. Am I reading too much into this? This seems weird. It seems like a ridiculously high level of expectation to expect to be celebrated within this space. Let's move on.
Walking into Chameleon Salon PDX felt like stepping into a space where I was truly seen and celebrated. This isn't just a salon, it's a haven for creativity, inclusivity, and self-expression, tucked away in the heart of Portland, Oregon. From the moment you step inside, you're surrounded by vibrant energy, bold colors, and thoughtful touches that make it clear everybody belongs here. Chameleon Salon is proudly body positive and size inclusive, and it shows. Every chair is sturdy and comfortable with hydraulic pumps that can support up to 800 pounds. Even the area where you get your hair dried is designed without arms for extra room, making the space welcoming to all bodies. For the first time in years, the cape actually fit me comfortably. It was such a small detail, but it meant the world. When I sat down with Rachel and Hannah, they immediately made me feel at ease. I was nervous about the damage to my hair, but they reassured me, highlighting my hair's strength instead. Then came the moment I was most nervous about, the hair washing station. But the chair was spacious, supportive, and it even had a footrest. For the first time in over 10 years, I was able to lean back comfortably and enjoy the experience. They even brought me a cold beverage, making sure I felt pampered and cared for throughout the entire experience. They truly see beauty in every client who sits in their chairs. The stylists at Chameleon Salon don't just transform your hair, they boost your confidence. They're really setting an example for inclusivity done right. I felt so much love and gratitude for Rachel and the entire Chameleon team. This was so much more than just a haircut to me. And look how my hair turned out. I am in love, and I'm feeling more confident than ever. Thank you, Chameleon Salon. Walking in.
So again, the whole celebrated thing, I just don't get it. Maybe that's a me issue. Once again, I do want to point out that this whole little it's not it's not quite a spa day, but like a her hair appointment and stuff, this is not noted as being paid promotion. So my guess is that this was not covered by them. She covered it, which just kind of leads to the expense of the situation that she was just begging on GoFundMe for. I'm not trying to fault someone for getting their hair done, but I think that if you are like, here's the thing. She has like curly hair, right? So I'm not gonna fault her for getting the specialty products she needs to take care of her hair, like co-washing, or I know that there's certain curl um products that you need to have in order to maintain your hair. No fault there. This was unnecessary. Like, I'm not saying that people that are struggling can't have some of those like simpler pleasures or anything, but when you're begging on GoFundMe and then going to a salon, it looks bad. It does. I'm sorry, but it does. It looks bad. I could not imagine being so financially strapped that I'm on GoFundMe and then I take the money from the GoFundMe, even if it was extra money from what I was originally asking for. I can't imagine taking that money and going to a salon or going to anything like unnecessary. If anything, that would either go to pay down any debts that I have, go into an emergency fund, or paid forward since I got what I needed from it. So it just it rubs me the wrong way. It does. Some people are gonna disagree with me on this. I think if you were to the point where you were begging for money, it is wrong to take that money that you claimed you needed for like survival and then going and doing something kind of luxurious like this.
Welcome to I Want Seconds, Portland's only fully plus-size resale shop. This place is a love letter to the fat community, and I can't wait to show you around. From the wheelchair-accessible layout to racks full of fashionable and affordable clothing, this space is designed with fat folks in mind. Their dressing rooms even have fans for those of us who overeat while shopping. It's all about comfort and inclusion here. The fat positive art, accessories, and community focus make this shop so much more than just a store. And there's truly something for everybody. Everything here celebrates fat bodies, supports fat artists, and builds the fat economy while promoting sustainable fashion. Talk about making an impact. All of the cute, fun, fat positive prints in the store are my favorite part. But honestly, there's so much to love about I Want Seconds. But I'm also obsessed with all the cute accessories, because look at them. Look at this Celebrate sign. It's the perfect vibe for finding clothes that actually fit, up to a size 6X and beyond. Finding something in my size is so rare, but here, it's the norm. From fat positive pins and emotional support snacks to seeing fat employees creating this safe space, I Want Seconds is fat liberation in action. Huge thank you to Emma, the amazing employee at I Want Seconds, who answered all of my questions. And a huge thank you to Kelsey for creating I Want Seconds and bringing fat community together in Portland, Oregon. If you're ever in the area, be sure to check out I Want Seconds. Welcome to I Want Second.
A lot of people are honing in on the emotional support snacks, which I mean, I don't blame them. For me, it's like I'm just really hung up on the you were just begging on GoFundMe and you're doing this. Like, I can't 100% fault her for shopping for clothes, because as someone who shops online stuff, oftentimes I will force myself to go out in public to shop for clothes and I fucking hate it. But it's hard to find stuff that fits you the way you want without trying it on. So having the access to a 6X or whatever to try on in order to make sure it actually fits the way she wants it to, I understand. That being said, once again, this one was not listed as a paid promotion or a paid partnership. Sorry, I said paid promotion and the other one too. It's paid partnership. I don't know, this whole thing seems like a spree that she couldn't really afford to go on. And it's like, was that the whole point of the GoFundMe, was so you could have some cash to burn here? Like, what the fuck?
Welcome to Dahlia Wax Bar in Portland, Oregon, a fat positive, accessible space where waxing is truly for everybody. As part of Operation Fat Liberation, we're highlighting incredible businesses like this that are setting the standard for fat accessibility and inclusivity. Owner Brittany has created a welcoming environment, prioritizing comfort and safety for plus size and neurodivergent clients. As someone who wears a US size 6X, I felt completely at ease. The waxing table is incredibly sturdy, with a 500-pound weight capacity and adjustable features to ensure everybody is comfortable and supported. Brittany isn't just skilled. She's respectful, down to earth, and understands how vulnerable waxing can be. She makes the process feel safe and empowering. Whether it's a Brazilian wax or an eyebrow touch-up, Brittany's attention to detail is unmatched. I felt celebrated and cared for the entire time. Brittany also has this incredible vision for how to make even more services truly accessible at her salon, and I can't wait to see her make that vision a reality. Dahlia Wax Bar is a shining example of what Operation Fat Liberation is all about, creating equitable spaces where all fat people can access the same services as everybody else. Thank you, Brittany, for being a leader in the fat liberation movement.
So it's worth noting that this one also says it's a paid partnership. My guess is that she got the wax for free. Something though that I find really interesting is someone goes, what the fuck is fat liberation? And she responds, Google is free. Girl, you're the one that says you are an advocate for fat acceptance, that you are a pioneer of the fat acceptance movement. Yet when someone asks a basic question, what is fat liberation? You're like, Google is free. This is the thing with fat acceptance. It's not just fat acceptance. There's a variety of fucking social justice movements of people that are um like self-proclaimed to be advocates for their whatever chosen social justice movement there is, and yet when someone asks a basic question they're like, Google is free. Fuck you. Why the fuck should anyone pay you then if you aren't willing to talk about your cause? Like, sir, you say you're an advocate. Part of advocating is fucking educating, and there's plenty of people that don't understand your fucking movement, and yet you are not going to take the time to write out, even if you just had fucking, for fuck's sake, this is your fucking job. Oh my god, I'm actually getting really worked up about this. It is your fucking job. It is your fucking job. Have a fucking Google Doc or a spreadsheet or whatever the fuck you want with these canned responses that you can copy and paste to put in. That's not a big deal. Especially when it's your fucking job. But Google is free. Fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry. It pisses me off. It's like it's like me being concerned, me touting myself as an environmental justice advocate, right? And in particularly, let's say I want to focus on the rapid extinction of birds in Hawaii, right? Because that's like an actual issue. I'm not educated enough to be an advocate on that. That's why I don't say I'm an advocate, but it's something I know of and is of concern to me. But let's say I'm an advocate for it and I'm more educated on it than I actually am. Someone asks, what's with the birds extinction in Hawaii? I don't get it. So what? Because they don't like understand what's actually happening. Me to go Google is free is so fucking stupid and not helpful. If you want me to care about your movement, if I want someone to care about my movement, I need to make the effort to be warm and welcoming to those people and to treat their questions with the gravity that it deserves in order to pull them in and get them on my side. Why the fuck should I care about your fat liberation, your fat acceptance, your fat equality bullshit? Why the fuck should I care if you're gonna make me do all the research and try to generate some level of fucks to give?
Accessible and luxurious, two things that can be hard to come by, but Hotel Indigo in Vancouver, Washington delivers both effortlessly. From the moment we arrived, the staff went above and beyond to make us feel welcomed. This hotel is absolutely stunning, with elevated luxury vibes that set it apart. Every corner feels like a thoughtfully designed experience, and it's all fully accessible. Hotel Indigo did not disappoint. Our room was spacious, modern, and had the perfect touch of warmth, complete with a personal welcome message on the TV. Accessibility is a priority at Hotel Indigo. From wider doorways to comfy beds to the bathroom that had so much space and a handheld shower head. You can tell how much the hotel cares about accessibility. Located right on the waterfront, the views are breathtaking, and the location offers a unique balance. You're only a 15-minute drive from Portland's vibrant city vibe, or you can stay close and enjoy Vancouver's relaxed charm. On-site amenities like their liquor shop and aesthetic lounge areas make Hotel Indigo feel like a destination in itself. Jake and I found so many cozy spots to relax, making the stay even more memorable. The Witness Tree, their rooftop lounge, was a highlight of our trip. Amazing drinks, an inviting atmosphere, and of course, wheelchair accessibility. It was absolutely perfect. Nearby, you can find local favorites like Waterfront Tap House, Twigs Bistro, Wildfin American Grill, and Osalis Latin Kitchen. And just a quick 15-minute drive away, you can find Hopscotch Portland. There's nearby fun for all ages. They even have an on-site coffee house, perfect for starting your morning with a cozy cup. Thank you, Hotel Indigo, for showing us what true hospitality and luxury looks like. accessible and luxurious. I gotta be honest with you. I've been avoiding getting my nails done for so long now because as a size 6X ambulatory wheelchair user, it's so rare to find a space where I feel comfortable and truly welcomed. But that all changed when I visited Tough as Nails, a home-based size-inclusive nail studio in Portland, Oregon. Owned by the incredible Chris, Tough as Nails is a space designed with fat and disabled bodies in mind. From the moment I walked in, I felt seen, celebrated, and cared for. Chris understands the unique needs of fat and disabled clients. She goes above and beyond to make sure you're comfortable throughout the entire experience, whether it's adjusting the setup or just creating a welcoming vibe. Getting my nails done by Chris at Tough as Nails wasn't just about the result. It was about the experience. Chris's skill and attention to detail are unmatched, and I left feeling pampered and empowered. Tough as Nails is more than a nail studio. It's a reminder that beauty services should be accessible to everybody. Chris is leading the way in creating a fat positive, inclusive space, and I'm so grateful to have found her. This is exactly what Operation Fat Liberation is all about, highlighting businesses that prioritize fat accessibility and celebrate all bodies. And between Tough as Nails and Fat Fist of Fury, Chris is making so much impact in the fat community, and I truly can't thank her enough. Thank you, Chris, for being a part of this movement and for making beauty services a space for liberation. I gotta be honest with you.
So once again, this was a paid partnership. I kind of feel sorry for the nail technician because she used products and stuff and probably didn't see a whole lot of return for this. This has 389 likes. I'm not sure how many views it has, but even if it has a fair amount, a lot of people that watch Jaebae are hate watchers. Like, I kind of feel sorry for these small businesses. I kind of feel like they were taken advantage of. But let's go ahead and continue on.
Welcome to Hopscotch Portland, a 23,000 square foot immersive art experience in Portland, Oregon, where creativity and imagination collide. Jake and I started out in the Walls Within exhibit. It was so cool. Then we got a little hands-on with laser graffiti, where you can create your own art with lasers. The vibes in the entire place are absolutely immaculate. This was one of Jake and I's favorites, Unknown Atmospheres. It feels like stepping into a dream with ambient lights and sounds. We definitely checked this exhibit out multiple times. Hopscotch Portland is packed with incredible exhibits, each one offering a unique interactive experience. It's a lot of fun for all ages. Jake and I both had a groovy time, baby, in the light portal. This was such a fun night. It's wheelchair accessible and there's a bench in almost every exhibit. I absolutely loved the Rainbow Cave. It was a total vibe. And genuinely, I enjoyed every exhibit at Hopscotch. Between the wheelchair accessibility, the inclusive seating, and the welcoming staff, Hopscotch Portland is accessible to everybody. And the highlight was
I'm sorry. I was waiting for that fucking oh my god, I was waiting for that line because to me it just goes to show her narrow view. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I could never go. There's too many flashing lights. I don't have epilepsy, but I have sensitivity towards flashing lights where I feel really disoriented and I feel like I'm gonna hurl. Like, I can't handle a shit ton of flashing lights for like I can handle it in small doses, like if of course like cop car or like a fire truck goes by and their lights are flashing or whatever, that's fine. I'm not bothered by that. Slight flashing lights on signs as you're walking by and something doesn't bother me so much. When I feel immersed in it or it's really bright, I feel disoriented and like I'm gonna hurl. So to say that it's accessible to everybody, no, it's not. Not that, and I want to be clear, I'm not shitting on this Hopscotch Portland because the goal is the lights are like the big feature of it. So unfortunately, if you have epilepsy or sensitivity towards flashing lights or bright lights or whatever, it's just not for you. That doesn't mean that it's accessible to everyone, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But the fact that she views it as accessible to everyone just goes to show her myopic viewpoint, and she really is only concerned about herself, even though they're like, no, we're concerned about everybody. No, you're fucking not. You're concerned about your own fat ass, and you have zero fucks to give about any other concerns. And the thing is that I wouldn't even harp on this so much if they didn't demand so much consideration for themselves. Like, sometimes things just won't fit for you. I can't go into Indian restaurants because I'm allergic to turmeric. Alright? Like, I break out in hives. I actually just got an EpiPen from my doctor because um, I have like a literal anaphylaxis level reaction to turmeric. So it's just a thing that no, It's not everywhere can be welcoming to every person, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to avoid certain areas. I have to avoid Indian restaurants and fragrance sections in stores because of my skin sensitivity to fragrance. I can't wear latex anything because my hands will break out in rashes. I say my hands will break out in rashes because I've only ever used latex gloves for like just housework, and my hands would get so itchy and red. But like, there's not everything can be accessible to everybody, and I wouldn't have a problem with her liking it here and for saying that it's accessible and stuff. If one, she was just saying it was accessible to her, and two, she didn't act like it was accessible to everybody, because it just goes to show her narrow viewpoint, only considering herself. That coupled with her, no, I'm concerned about everything being accessible to everybody all the time. No, you're not. You're not. You have zero fucks to give about other considerations, and that's fine. Like, it's so hard for me to articulate this, because I'm like, it's okay to really only be concerned about what affects you, because that's human. Like, what affects you and what affects those that are closest to you. That's a very human response. And sometimes it's broader and there's a couple of other things that you're concerned about. That's fine too. It's hard. It's I would even say impossible for one human being to care about all of the issues with our world. It's not mentally healthy to be concerned about it. It's not any of that. But this demanding from the Fed acceptance movement that we keep their concerns in our sphere of what we're concerned about, and yet they don't extend that same idea to other legitimate issues, is what drives me the like fucking insane. Because this is very much like the flashing lights and shit could not go. Could not go. I can fucking watch the video and be okay. If I'm surrounded by that, I'm gonna throw up.
We vibing, and you want to know why? It's because your girl Jay has a big announcement to make today. That rhymed. I love that for us. Okay, announcement time. Ready? I don't think you're ready. Get ready. All right, y'all. Your girl Jay is officially going to FatCon 2025. That's right, Seattle.
I forgot about FatCon. I'm glad I had forgotten about FatCon. Might be worth it to see if there were any videos. There was hardly any videos from FatCon last time. I'm curious if there was anything recorded this time.
Washington, I'm coming for you. I have been wanting to go to FatCon for what feels like years now. I'm probably being a little bit exaggerated, but last year I was supposed to go, and I was so stoked, and I wasn't able to make it in the end, and it was a bummer. I had a little bit of FOMO, I won't lie. But this year, baby, ooh, we are going to be at FatCon living it up, and I cannot freaking wait. So for those wondering what FatCon is, well, it's literally what it sounds like. It's a fat liberation convention taking place in Seattle, Washington. Honestly, FatCon has so much to offer, like tons of programming and keynote speakers and movement classes and literally like everything you could possibly dream of. I'm going to share my entire experience with you, and I can't wait for you to see all of that content. And if you're going to be at FatCon next week, I need to know. Like, I need to know. Like, if you're going, I gotta meet you. So if you are going and you feel comfortable, drop it down in the comments and let me know. Or DM me and we can maybe like meet and greet, see what the vibe is, hang out. I would love that. And I got a little something to say. I got a little announcement to make, okay? And this one's special, y'all. You'll get all the information in a video following this one. I promise, pinky swear, okay? But I have the honor of organizing something really, really cool for everyone that's attending FatCon, and it's free. And I want you to be a part of it. So I'm excited to bring to you Fat Freedom photo shoots. There's so much more info to come, but if you're going to FatCon next week and you want to be a part of a group photo shoot with other fat humans that just get it and have attended FatCon, you need to come, and we would love to have you there. I'm going to be rolling out a survey of forms so you can RSVP, but we would love for everybody to show up. We're going to take an awesome group photo. The photographer that is, collaborating with me on this first one is Beth Olson, awesome human. If you want to be a part of this special group photo shoot in honor of FatCon 2025, then please let me know. Drop your information down in the comments, DM me, or click the link in my bio to fill out the RSVP form and get more info. I can't wait to see you at FatCon. I want to meet all the fat babes. I want to meet all the allies, all of the members of our community that are going to be there. Please tell me if you're going to be there. And if you see me there, say hi. Please come up to me. Let's talk. I want to connect with as many of you as I possibly can. I'm going to shut up soon, I swear. But be sure to check out the next video I post with all of the information for the Fat Freedom Group Shoot at FatCon in Seattle, Washington, taking place next week. I cannot wait to see you there. And yeah, as always, thanks for your support. I'm sending so much love. Love you guys so much.
I wonder if she actually got it. Like, we're starting to butt right up to when she had to. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. You know what? I think I'll just make this extra large video. I don't think I'll have much to say for at least a couple of these. So, I'm going to take a quick break and then we're just going to go ahead and finish Jaebae. We're just going to finish this and then we'll take a look into what's going on with her next time I cover Jaebae, which will be in like a month. But I might as well finish this. So, yeah, I'll be right back, although you guys won't notice anything.
All right, have you heard that your girl Jay is going to be at FatCon next week in Seattle? Well, if you hadn't, now you heard. And I have some really cool, exciting stuff I'm doing there. But the thing that I am most excited about that I've gone to be a part of and build is Fat Freedom Photo Shoots, Seattle, Washington, FatCon 2025 edition. Fat Freedom Photo Shoots is officially launching on Sunday, February 2nd in Seattle, Washington in honor of FatCon. Fat Freedom Photo Shoots is a concept that I've had in mind for a really long time, and 2025, I was like, you know what? It's the year to make it happen. I've decided I'm going after all of my dreams this year, and I'm going to do as much for fat community as I possibly can. And that's how Fat Freedom Photo Shoots was born. Fat Freedom Photo Shoots is very much what it sounds like. It's a global campaign that's going to be dedicated to creating fat representation across the world. Everybody's welcome, but fat people specifically are going to be highlighted and represented in every single way. I want to create representation for us, for people in larger bodies, for people in bodies that are different than the norm or what the societal expectation is. I want us to be represented. I want us to be seen and heard and valued. And I think having a campaign where we focus on creating representation through photos and showing fat people coming together around the world could be such a powerful thing for our community. While Fat Freedom Photo Shoots is something I've dreamt of for so long, it's only made possible by our community members coming together to support me and uplift me in this work. People like Beth Olson, who are going to contribute their photography services to all of us so that we can make our first ever Fat Freedom Photo Shoots a reality. And I would not be able to do it without people like Beth and people in the fat community and all of the fat people that paved the way before me. So this is just a way I want to give back to us. I want to have these free photo shoots where people can come and be celebrated and feel good in their skin they're in and have something to hold on to forever. A photo lasts forever. These photo shoots mean so much to me, and creating a vibe and an atmosphere and energy that's welcoming and truly empowering and liberating, well, that's what I'm all about, and that's what I'm going to do with Fat Freedom Photo Shoots. I don't care where you are in the world. If you want to host a Fat Freedom Photo Shoot and lead the initiative in your city, please drop something down below in the comments. DM me. Get a hold of me. Email us at fatfreedomphotoshoots@jaebaeproductions.com. The link's in my bio. So this is how I give back. This is how I create representation, and this is what I want to do for fat community. I want to go after every single dream I've ever had for fat community this year. Let's come together and make Fat Freedom Photo Shoots something that we're all contributing to and something that the fat community can be truly proud of. You can get more information about Fat Freedom Photo Shoots at jaebaeproductions.com. Check the caption for all the details of the first ever Fat Freedom Photo Shoots, Seattle, Washington, FatCon 2025 edition. I cannot wait to make you a part of Fat Freedom Photo Shoots, so please show us some support, share our message.
So, I'm bored with this now. I don't really have a whole lot to say, but I am curious about your guys' opinion on it. Like, here's the thing, she's like, I've always wanted to make this. It's not like you're the one doing the photography, though, and you didn't even pay for the photography. It's being donated to you, and I mean, I guess she did have to organize it, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like she's hyping up something bigger than what she actually did. But maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to hear your opinions on the whole thing, the concept, whether she actually did anything or kind of lucked into it, or I'm curious about your opinions on this. Oh, and we lost sound again. So we're gonna just keep going. It looks like, oh, it's for the Hotel Indigo in Vancouver again. So we'll just move on. Oh, and again, we lost.
Got something to
Oh,
say
nope.
right now, right here. Today,
Okay, that was weird. Did we have sound before then?
Vancouver's waterfront is absolutely
Why the fuck did it mute? I don't understand. That was so weird. That being said, I really don't think that. And then this one says sound isn't available. What the fuck? Wait, it muted again. Okay, now sound isn't available. Okay. Fucking TikTok. Anyway, we'll move on and watch the next video.
All right, listen up. It's your girl Jay, and I got something to say right now, right here. Today, I want to go ahead and talk about SeaTac Airport. You hear that plane? Well, I'm staying right outside SeaTac right now at an incredible hotel that I've gotten to partner with. But I have something to say, and I think you want to hear it. If you're familiar with my experience at SeaTac where they refused to push me in a wheelchair, you saw that video, and they refused to push me because I was too fat. And they had absolutely no consideration for my physical health, my well-being, my needs, none of the above. Well, I thought maybe I was the only person that happened to experience that, and it was just something that was really
What's really interesting is that she makes such a big stink about this, but this would have been at least statewide news. I looked on all of the like major Washington networks, especially around Seattle, and nothing was ever mentioned about this. And it's kind of funny because it's something that probably would have been mentioned at some point about because Seattle in particular can be very big on inclusivity and stuff, and they even thought it was bullshit. Something that can also be said for anyone that was like concerned about the woman that refused to push Jaebae and there was concerns about her job or whatever. Washington is a very really big on unions, especially for things like government, airports, medical facilities, like really big on unions. I guarantee that that woman was protected because this is fucking nonsense. And she's like, they didn't care about my health or whatever. Like, girl, what about the employees' health? Pushing you up an incline at your weight when it was a average sized woman. She may not have had the strength. She could have gotten seriously hurt.
uncommon. And then I talked to someone incredible in our community, and they're a much smaller fat person than I am, and they experienced the same damn thing. Then I talked to someone else who has also experienced something very similar. And you know what? Enough is enough. If you've ever had a bad experience with CTAC, we would love for you to come out and be part of the protest. Let's show them that they cannot treat people like this. They cannot treat anyone like this, and they cannot treat fat people like this. This is unacceptable and it's discrimination, and it will not be tolerated any longer. So if you want to be a part of this protest, DM me tonight, DM me tomorrow, but let's go ahead and make it happen. We will be at SeaTac Airport Tuesday, February 4th. If you want to protest at SeaTac in solidarity with me, come on by. If you see me at SeaTac, please come up and say hello. Stand in solidarity with us. SeaTac will be held accountable for their actions. We will not stand for this any longer. If you've had an experience like this, please share it with me via DM or drop it in the comments. Let's start the conversation because this needs to be talked about.
And the funny thing is, I can't wait to see her little one woman protest because here's the thing. It's fucking SeaTac. It's fucking SeaTac. Do you like from pretty much Olympia up to Bellingham in Washington State? Like, there's always a protest happening. Are you fucking kidding? You drive by protests every day. Sometimes you look, you see what it is, and it can be from both sides. It's far more often liberal, of course, but Washington is a very liberal state. There's just more liberals there. It's like it's just part of the culture. Protest is part of the culture. What cracked me up was back when Macklemore was really big and he was protesting, and it's like, oh, please, he's doing this performatively. No, that guy went to Evergreen State College. I think protesting is part of the curriculum and a requirement for graduation, for fuck's sake. Like, it's so ingrained in the culture that you don't even notice it half the time. Like, it's really easy to walk by a protest and not pay it any mind. It's just it's something. It's almost like a just a community activity half the time. Like, not always, don't get me wrong, people feel passionately, but about their protests. At least some of them do, but for a lot of people, it's also just something to do on the weekend.
Are you in Tri-Cities, Washington, Kennewick, Passport, Richland? Well, if you are, you're going to want to listen up because I got something really, really cool for all of you. Well, I'm known as Jaebae on social media. I'm a content creator and I actually grew up in Kennewick, Washington. And I want to give back to all of Tri-Cities. So I teamed up with 12 incredible local Tri-City businesses to give back to the amazing members of our community that make the Tri-Cities such a great place. We have 3 lucky winners, and you guys are going to be winning a total of over $1,500 in prizes. Every winner will go home with something that is valued over $500, a package built just for you. Businesses came on board and sponsored this giveaway so that we could give back to the community and celebrate self-love this Valentine's Day. So you're probably wondering, well, how the heck do I enter, right? Right. So you're going to want to find the link in my bio. You can go to jaebaeproductions.com, or wherever you're seeing this, go to the link in the creator's bio, the link on their stories, and let me tell you how you can win. You click on that link, it's going to take you.
Okay, we're not gonna go through this whole thing. I don't see a need to go through a full 3 minutes of this. That's already passed. I do wonder if this was ever fulfilled, given that, as far as I know, she's been in a mental hospital ever since this. But that's for the next video on Jaebae. We'll be going into that. But for now, we're just gonna move on. Okay, I have a couple issues with this. One, you're using This Is America, which was something put out by Childish Gambino to point out both violence in Washington, but also was very set on like racism. Like that was a big thing in especially the video. I mean it's a song, don't get me wrong, but it felt more like it was a full almost mini uh art film or something, because I mean it was really well done. I really love it, but it is not, I don't think it's appropriate to use that for this. The wheelchair accessibility for all, because that's what her fucking little sign says. SeaTac violates our rights. Wheelchair access for all. You had wheelchair access. The person just wasn't gonna push you. There's a difference between wheelchair access and wheelchair assistance. You had wheelchair access. You didn't have wheelchair assistance because of your size. Not only that, but it's like, oh, it violates our rights. Oh man, do you know how stupid you look right now? I'm sorry. One woman protests holding up a sign. Everyone's gonna think like you just have a chip on your shoulder and they're gonna walk right by you. No one like this. Yeah, it's no one's paying any attention. I guarantee. So it looks like it's just her at FatCon. Does anything? It's just her riding through different Seattle areas. It's just her riding through different Seattle areas. Why the fuck do I care? Oh, it's to promote the little fucking scooter thing she has. Oh, that's boring. Let's move on. Okay, I don't like the flashing lights. Uh, she says San Diego, here we come, baby. I don't know if she made it to San Diego because this is the last video on her TikTok, and then it goes radio silent. Let's see, it was February 12th. It's August 10th at the time of this recording. So we are looking at 6 months. 6 months of quiet. And I'm really interested to see what happens. I think it had something to do with her partner. There was something going on with her partner, and that's part of the reason that like it spiraled and she ended up in a mental hospital. I don't know for sure. That's something we're gonna find out next time. The protest, since I could have sworn there was a video of this woman that came over and like stood next to her or something. That's like probably the one person that stopped, because one person protests, like most of the time you're just seen as kind of a crazy. Um or I mean I crazy sorry, crazy's I guess derogatory, but like there are people that like get up in arms over stupid shit. Like the only other way I can frame it is like Karen, like it's a Karen protest. Because when there's only like one or two people protesting something, you can't help but roll your eyes and think that they were probably unreasonable. But that was Jaebae. That was Jaebae's whole TikTok. We are finished with it finally. We'll take a look at her website next time, as well as try to see if we can get to the bottom of why she was put in the mental hospital, if she's still there, and see what updates we can find on her. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been focusing a lot on projects lately, especially my garden. I have tomatoes coming in. The bell peppers are finally coming in, although I don't think that they're going to ripen in time before the end of the season because it's been unusually cool here. Um, and then, of course, medical stuff that I don't want to get into. And then I only have 2 weeks left. At the time of this recording, I have 2 weeks left before I have to go back to work, which makes me sad because I've been enjoying my time off. Um, and I get to basically put a curriculum together from scratch with no guidance, no help. So wish me luck on that. I fucking love ChatGPT because I'm like, these are the like I already have a series of prompts ready. Like these are the books I have access to. These are the standards I need to cover. Help me put together a curriculum map so I at least have something to work with. Like ChatGPT can't put together entire lessons. It just isn't advanced enough for that. But it is great for broad stroke sort of things to just kind of give me a direction. There are a lot of people at the school that use it for like grading and stuff. I don't know if I'm comfortable using it for grading. Like it seems really fucking easy to accidentally include a student's name or something and then you violated their privacy. I don't know if I don't really like that. But in terms of like I have nothing. We don't have a curriculum. We're not getting a curriculum. Uh I can only use approved books, but they won't give me a list of district approved books, so I'm basically limited to the book sets that we have in the school. And then there's a couple of other requirements that I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? It's what makes ChatGPT so valuable because I'm like, I don't have to beat my head against the wall for this. I don't have to spend hours after school trying to put together a curriculum from scratch while I am also teaching ESL and handling that curriculum and handling supporting those students and contacting families with that because that's its own like it's just yeah. So love me ChatGPT. But anyway, oh, Evolve Artist. I'm up to assignment 8. I think I do assignment 8 on Tuesday. Really looking forward to it. Like I think I've improved quite a bit and I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm a little nervous about juggling it once I'm back at work, but I'm thinking once I find my rhythm, I'll be fine. So all sorts of things that I'm enjoying. I am posting them on my Substack. I'm a little behind at the moment, but there's a bunch of stuff in my drafts that I just need to post. And I really like if you want to know what I'm doing in terms of projects and stuff, check out my Substack. But I think that's it. So, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and I will see you next time.